Good morning, traders. So, how do we trade this Aussie today? Um, yeah, I'm still kind of like in a ignore the Aussie mood at the moment. There's just nothing that fills me with confidence after you swing like this. What was it? I think was over 1,000 point swing either way. Yeah, almost 1,400 point swings up and down the whole week, and then we break below that range, and we just hover at the bottom of the range. So you can see there's the bottom of the range here with these tails. In actual fact, you can take it up to there. So there's the bottom of your range, and there's your top of your range, and then we break below it, and we're still testing the bottom of this range. So unfortunately, we are dictated to right now by 10 cent, and that's just the nature of this beast. And right now 10 cents up 2%. So guess what? We're going to get a gap up, and then you're going to see a gap up, bit of a rally till 10 cent closes, and then more than likely a fallback. Okay, so I just want to get to the weekly quickly. What is concerning me is that we have got a weekly close below the 200. Okay, so I would expect a gap up. Let me just tidy all this up. So I would expect a gap up to come and test the break of the 200 moving average before falling off again. So, okay. So we're looking for a gap up, and have a look at how the half hour 200 moving average ties up with the weekly 200 moving average. So let's say we close there, we get a gap to this area, we're going to get a rally up about 700 points before we pull back. This pullback is going to be interesting because if it comes back to kind of test this area of resistance here, and it is massive. I mean, it ranges from there to pretty much, just look to the left, there it is, there to there. So we have a zone here of, okay, not that big, 140 points. Okay, so what we're looking for is a gap up, which we're going to get. Okay, we do have moving averages crossed over here. Okay, we've got another crossover here. So we're more likely going to get a gap up. We get through sort of the high of Friday. Let's just adjust it to there, which is 46. So we get above 46, 600. Then you can almost expect a visit to 47 to 41, which is a weekly 200 moving average, and then you can expect sellers to step in there. Okay, so that's kind of the target to the upside. So gap up, form a base, hold on for it until there. It may take 2 days to get there, or it could do it in a single day. Anything's possible, but that's pretty much what I can see at the moment. Okay, this up and down on Friday does kind of concern me, but it was a Friday, and you can see how people were not interested in holding on to their trades over the weekend and sold off. Okay, so the other thing that we need to pay attention to is the Rand. And Rand is stronger, 0.21%, 14.37 at the moment, so pretty much very close to what it was on Friday. Okay, the thing is that we need to pay attention to, though, is that the Hong Kong is up 2.7%. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Okay, so that's kind of what I can see at the moment. A very good chance that we could just continue in this consolidation phase most of the morning. Yeah, so sort of a gap up and then a gentle fall off and then another move up. So let's rather look at that on 12 minutes. You'll see what I'm talking about. So you can see there's nothing really on Friday that indicated that this thing was going to move in any direction. And was this gap closed properly? Not really. So this gap is also still open. So you want to see a body close below it, not tails. Okay, so yeah, kind of keep my money in my pocket for now until we see something appear on the 30 minutes or the hour to indicate that we have a trend change. And just before we move on, I just want to have a quick look at the ichimoku, because that will give you the indication of what's going on. Okay, so first things first, you can see how we have a flat Kijinsen, and then we have almost a rounding Tikinsen. So it's starting to round. It's not pointing up yet, but it is starting to round. Price is very far from Kijinsen. Okay, and price doesn't like to be far from Kijinsen. So one of two things will happen. Either it goes sideways and Kijinsen starts coming down, or alternatively it starts rising to come and meet Kijinsen. Okay, so that's kind of the way price happens. We do have sort of Tikinsen pointing down, Kijinsen pointing up. That's a bit of divergence, which is often an indication that there is a move to the upside coming, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to rally to the upside. It could just mean a little pullback before this downtrend continues. So downtrend, because we are below the cloud, we are below Kijinsen, and that is pretty much the indication of a downtrend. The fact that we're popping up and below like this with this consolidation area is an indication that something's coming to an head. Okay, so the hour is still in a downtrend. The 30-minute is pretty much flat. See how everything's flat here? So yeah, nothing really to read into it. Okay, so there's nothing really there, and I think I'm probably same as the DAX for me today. I think I'm rather focused on the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is looking like a nice setup there. The Aussie is going to need to convince me before I jump into this. Okay, so if you are going to trade this, I think the easiest way to do it is to pay attention to these fractal levels. And my problem with these fractal levels is if it is a break above any one of them, you have a 400-point stop loss that you need to put in place. Okay, and I'm really not a fan of big stop losses like that. I'd rather keep a stop loss within 150 points. Okay, so yeah, that's me for the Aussie. Probably not even going to bother trading it today. We'll have to wait and see. If we do get a break above these fractal levels, and the two fractal levels you need to watch are 46,416 and 46,060. So it's 46,416 and 46,060. Those are the two levels you need to watch out for. A break above them on the half hour and a close above them or below them is going to indicate direction. What could happen is you could get a gap up to here, then a fall off, and then a rally, or a gap up and then just a rally all the way back up to this level here, which is where your weekly 200 moving averages. Okay, so 47,300 area is what you're looking for if we do get a break to the upside. Okay, so and a break to the downside, I'm not convinced at all what's going to happen. So I'll probably look at 45,780 to get long. But again, until I see some really solid price action here on the higher time frames, I'm not interested. Okay, no, that's me on the Aussie for today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.